you read the title, so I'm just going to jump into it. I have always struggled with my body image. I pretty sure that I don't see, like when I look in the mirror, that I don't see what, I feel like I see a distorted version. Like I see what others see, but I think, everyone's their toughest critic, and I think I just see a little bit worse version than what's really there. And I also I'm not good at judging where my weight's at when I look in the mirror. I always think I'm too heavy, no matter what size I am. I always think I just need to lose a little bit more. Like, if I'm, technically overweight, and yeah, I do have weight on me, I'm like, I just need to lose a little bit more. And I could be, borderline underweight, and I'm like, I just need to lose a little bit more. So, like, I'm never really good at gauging, like, what my body really looks like. And, I'm just going to go through the timeline the best of my ability. I don't script none of this shit, so I'm just going based off memory. So some of this might be wrong, might all be right, I don't know. But, I started struggling with body image at a pretty young age. Definitely grade school. Maybe like 4th or 5th grade. Up until that point, I was like thin, normal, just average, normal kid. And then I started getting like a little bit chubbier. Not heavier by any means, but like, my face was real round, and I've always had a fat ass neck. It just is what it is. And my stomach started looking bigger compared to like the rest of me. Like my proportions were off. Like, I didn't have a chest yet, but I had this pooch on my stomach, and that's still my trouble area today. And I just felt fat, even though my arms were thin, my legs were thin. I was normal everywhere. I just had like the stomach and like this face and neck thing going, and I really hated it. And I remember it really got solidified in, I think it was the 6th grade. I was best friends with this girl all through grade school, and 6th grade happened, and she was super popular, and I wasn't, and we just kind of went our separate ways, right? And she was, I guess her guy friends in the popular group were making fun of me, saying I was fat. And her defense was, she's not fat, she just has a big stomach. And when I found out that she said that, even though I guess she was trying to defend me, I was embarrassed, for one, and just devastated, like. And then from that point on, I really just thought I was this huge person with this huge stomach. I thought I looked pregnant all the time. Like, I was so embarrassed. And I really started to kind of hate my body. Then, I have never been diagnosed with an eating disorder, but I do have disordered eating. I've always struggled with it ever since around this point in time. I got to the point where I wasn't really eating much. I didn't eat breakfast. I was only having like a small thing of fries at lunch with a little thing of cheese sauce each day, and then a small dinner, and I lost a bunch of weight, and all my problem areas went away. But I was like stick thin. I weighed, I think, 106 pounds. And I was so upset because I just wanted to get to 105 and have it be like on one of those kind of numbers, 5, 10, And I just hovered at 106, and I was the same height then that I am now, maybe 1 inch shorter. I shot up to my full height by, 6th or 7th grade. And before this, my timeline's iffy, like I said, because I'm just doing this on the fly. But in the 6th grade, before I lost all that weight, I got mono twice. And I stayed at home for months and couldn't get up and couldn't get out of bed and missed a bunch of school. So I gained a bunch of weight, and the stomach and the face and the neck, all that got bigger, and made it worse. And then, I heard that comment from my friend, and that we're back to timeline. I lost a bunch of weight, and I got a lot of positive feedback for it, and, I just wasn't hardly eating. And I knew about eating disorders, but I don't think I was like, trying to have an eating disorder. You know, like, I wasn't doing that. I just wanted to be skinny. And so I quit eating and as much. And I remember, like I said, I still would look in the mirror and think, I just need to be a little thinner. But I look back at pictures and I look tiny, you know, teeny tiny. Then, let's see, high school. High school was a little different. I kind of was just so active with dance. I took dance all of my youth. I was on, like, dance teams and competing groups and things like that. I think my weight just kind of worked itself out because I was eating pretty normal, but I was just so active that, you know, my weight was staying down. But I always thought I had a fat stomach, and I look back at pictures and I'm like, bitch, you didn't have nothing. It was flat as a pancake. But I thought, because of that comment and because it was something that I already believed, and hearing it from somebody else that I really cared about, saying, you know, she has a big stomach, she's not fat, she's just got a fat belly, I still believed it, and I still thought I had a fat neck, and I still thought I had a fat face, and the rest of my body I was cool with, and to this day, that's kind of my problem areas. I've never liked my boobs either. I've always felt like they could look better. Those are the areas I don't like about myself. To this fucking day, by the way. Like, my problem areas are still my problem areas. And I just kind of fucking hated the way my body looked. I didn't like looking at my naked body. And then, you know, after high school, I got married, which is a huge mistake, but it is what it is. And I gained a bunch of weight. I was super depressed, but I weighed, like, there was probably a good 70 to 80 pound difference. Like, that's how much I had gained over this time. And I was overweight, and you know, I just didn't care. I was so depressed. I knew I was fat. I knew I didn't look good, blah, blah, blah. Like, in my mind, you know, I look back at pictures, and yeah, I was kind of heavy, and I didn't look healthy. I was so depressed, I didn't care. I still hated my body. And, you know, growing up, I was always made to believe that I needed to be perfect, or as close to perfect as humanly possible. And I would try on clothes in dressing rooms as a kid and teenager and little young girl, and I would sit in the dressing rooms trying on clothes, bawling my eyes out because I hated the way I looked in every single thing I tried on. It got to the point where I didn't want to try on clothes. I didn't want to go shopping. I didn't want to do it because it was just so devastating to look at myself and hate what I saw. And in my bedrooms, I would, you know, cover mirrors with blankets and stuff. And then, you know, in my 20s, same thing. I'd gain and lose weight. I've always fluctuated. And no matter what, I always hated the way I looked. And no matter what, I always felt like I was too big. And present day, I am 30. And I still struggle. And I still think I have a fat face, a fat neck, and a fat stomach. And I don't like my boobs. And it just doesn't fucking matter what I weigh. I think I've gained 20 pounds from quarantine, and, you know, that's just an excuse in the long run. But, you know, I've gained some of the weight back that I lost because I was on a weight loss journey, for anyone who cares to know. And I lost like 40 pounds, and I've gained about half of it back. But I feel like I look exactly the same as I thought I looked when I was 20 pounds lighter. I feel like I look exactly the same. And it's because my problem areas are still my problem areas in my mind, no matter where I'm at. So it's just one of those things where, you know, I want to lose weight. I really want to be healthy. That's my main goal, which is why I think I haven't gained it all back this time. Because, like, yeah, I slipped up, and times are tough right now. But, like, I really genuinely want to have longevity. I want to live to be 100, and I want to live as long as I can. Let's not even put a number on it. I'll live to be 200 if I can. I don't give a fuck. I want to live forever. So I'm trying to take care of my body and trying to be healthy, but the body image thing, I still fucking hate the way my body looks, and I don't like looking at myself naked, and I don't, you know, and I don't know how to fix that. Like, you know, I don't know how to convince myself that nobody's perfect and my body is actually pretty normal and pretty average. But, you know, you look at women in TV and movies and that kind of thing, and even porn, and it's like these women look incredible. But they have to work really hard to look that good and spend a lot of money, so it's like, well, of course you don't fucking look like that. Like, you don't put in the work. But I feel like even if I did, I would still hate my body. I'm running out of time on here. My phone does not hold much memory, but I'm going to go ahead and go. Just remember that there's always hope. Tomorrow will be a better day.